Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back. It is time for another 1 versus 1 AlphaStar video. However, it is not going to be your regular AlphaStar video. It is time for another one of these mystery ones. Now, we're kind of getting a little bit more into doing these mystery games. I know some of you guys really like them. Some of you can figure it out immediately. Others just want to know who AlphaStar is, so I've kind of done a little bit of something for everybody. For starters, for those of you who want to know exactly who AlphaStar is or which one of the two players it is, as that's the point of these mystery videos, just look in the description. I'm going to start including it at the bottom of the description. It'll be under like the little show more thing, so you can't just see it by accident. And there's also a few other links and stuff in the description too you can check out. But yeah, it'll be at the very bottom of the description if you just want to see which one of these two players is AlphaStar right out the gate. On top of that, at the top of the screen, I have also taken the liberty of hiding the actual username length, as some of you guys were saying that gave it away. And yeah, we're just going to cast the game regularly from here on. I'm not going to give it away. We'll try and figure out who is AlphaStar. And then, yeah, we'll do the game from there. Now, so far we have an SCV scout moving across the map for the Terran player, as this is a TVZ. There's a lot to say in the intro for these hidden AlphaStar videos. There's a lot to cover for this kind of odd concept. But you guys really enjoyed trying to guess who AlphaStar is, so there will probably be this one and maybe one or two more, I think, after this. But yeah, we'll just keep an eye out on what's going on. A Reaper is on the way for the Terran player, just going for a Reaper expand. Zerg is doing the normal Zerg thing, so normal builds from both of these two players so far. Nothing really definitive. We'll see if there's like some major derp in the game or something like that. I honestly don't watch these games ahead of time, so the actual contents of the match are a bit of a mystery to me. No wall off from the Terran, which is quite interesting as a matter of fact. If we take a look here, it's just, yeah, just a standard factory reactor, but no actual wall off at the top of his ramp, which is a little bit odd. Ling's moving out on the map for the Zerg, probably just to try and make sure that third base is free when the Zerg tries to take that. But oh, the Reaper for the Terran player actually gonna be able to pick off that drone there, which is a very nice start. The Zerg does the inject, but oh, almost costs him another drone. Ling's going to be crossing the map for the Zerg player, going to try and harass this command center a little bit, but by the time the Lings get here, the CC should finish up. It's going to be close, but yeah, that's going to be one safe SCV. Does the SCV hide in the command center? The answer is no. It's going to try and run away, but running from Lings doesn't usually work very good. And all of a sudden, the Terran is going to be like, darn, why didn't I go for a wall off on the high ground? All the while, the Reaper is still giving more grief to the Zerg. 2 drones have died so far. Of course, the Lings might get an SCV as compensation or so, but so far a bit of a scrappy game to start things off. The Lings get cleaned up. The Reaper is still alive, though, maybe to terrorize the Zerg a little bit more. Okay, let's take a look and see where this game is gonna go, though, as we take a look here. That Reaper, where did that Reaper go? The Reaper is hanging out at the front, but there's actually a Roach Warren on the way for the Zerg already, which is a little bit odd here. Just such an aggressive play going to be coming out of the Zerg to try and catch its opponent off guard. For the Terran player, we'll see what this Terran is able to do. Hellions are maybe going to dive on in doing that kind of suicidal thing, but then they turn around, they quickly change their mind a little bit there, as diving into a Zerg natural can always be rewarding, but also a little bit risky. However, the Roaches are already going to be on the way here for the Zerg player. I wonder what the Zerg player is, well, yeah, it's definitely got to be aggression here coming out of the Zerg. There's no doubt about that. The Reaper for the Terran's going to run in, see the Roach Warren, and all of a sudden when a Terran sees a Roach Warren, they go, ruh-roh, time to get ready for that. The Terran is trying to do a Battlecruiser rush behind this. So that is definitely a little bit concerning for the Terran, committing so much to a build like this. And then not going to really be able to reap the reward by the time the Roaches, by the time everything else is crossing the map. Doesn't look like Queens are going to be coming, or maybe one is, no. just going to be the couple of roaches to add in the muscle for the attack, and then a big old Ling flood behind this. So a very aggressive play coming out of the Zerg. The Hellions need to stay alive, and man, this overlay is annoying. The fact that I keep middle mousing it by accident. Ling is going to be diving on in towards the natural of the Terran. The wall's not done, though, for the Terran, which is a little bit concerning. There's Marines finished up. The Hellions are going to be running back, so they have made it safe. The Viking can also start working away on these Overlords, but this is just going to be a complete big bust here from the Zerg. Just more Lings on the way. Queen even coming to join in. The Terran has just made some Marines, made a siege tank, never actually queued up a Banshee though, which are very helpful in this situation. And without a wall or any repair, this is kind of concerning for the Terran. The Hellions may be able to get some good shots off on the Lings, which is good. The siege tank hasn't been corrosive filed down, as there's no Overlord position for that. The Hellions are going to fight the Lings. They may potentially get picked off here, though. They're killing a fair few of the Lings with them, but the Terran's starting to take some damage. There's going to be SCVs dying this game. A Battlecruiser has now been fired up. However, BCs take basically years to build, so the Terran is just going to have to hold off without that BC, and it looks like the natural has had to be lifted, but so far, the Terran's staying alive in their main base, just keeping alive for now. But I mean, the Zerg could definitely come in for another attack. The lack of an Overlord is actually what really prevented this tank from getting corrosive bomb, which has given the Zerg a bit of a tough time. Lots of shots getting off. The Zerg wants to go for Terran, but knows that they really can't. However, the fact that the Zerg has pulled Queens with this attack, the fact that the Zerg committed so much, is going to make it very, very tough for him. As yeah, this is just not much that the Zerg can do. If we take a look, the Queens are out on the map, which is never a good thing for the Zerg. If these ladies start walking, it'll take them years to get back home. There's the Overlord out to try and maybe allow the tanks to be spotted, but the Viking is doing a wonderful job zoning that Overlord away, so there's no high ground vision. And if we take a look right now, the Terran is on 3 command centers, has a Battlecruiser out. Wait a second, there we go. Battlecruiser out that just teleported across the map, is setting to work on the drones. And this Zerg player, I think, is honestly just done here. The Queen can try and stop the Battlecruiser, but a Queen, they cannot take on a beast made of steel in the sky by themselves. There definitely needs to be more than 1 Queen, more than 2 Queens, as both of these ladies have now died. The drones are just getting massacred here by this Battlecruiser. With committing so much to a build like this, the Zerg has already damaged their economy. Now the BC is dealing more. This is just not good for the Zerg player at all. The Battlecruiser going to work. I mean, the Zerg has got up to 48 workers behind this just because they're very good at droning, apparently. But then again, so is the Terran, up to 42 SCVs despite taking damage. So a bit of an odd play there. We take a look here. The game's just going to continue on, though. The Battlecruiser constantly harassing, pulling up the production tab. Another Battlecruiser is on the way. And then, oh, that BC going to be picking off these drones. More and more of these drones going down. A lot more of these drones going down. Oh me, oh my. Yeah, this is just a massacre. This BC has so many kills. 30 kills. Oh my gosh. Mother of God, that is a lot of kills on a Battlecruiser. 33 kills. It's got teleport finished up, so it actually just yeets on home right away. And then, yeah, this Terran is sitting pretty. The Zerg is trying to get up a 4th base, but another Battlecruiser just teleports on in to cause more grief for the Zerg. And this is very tough for him here, as lots of drones are dying. He's continuously trying to do the Zerg thing, in which you try and replace your drones pretty much as they die, so then your economy is still fine. But this has been a lot of damage. A Queen goes down. It was not transfused by the Zerg player. Looks like the Zerg is just sending in a few units here just to try and get done what they can. But so far, the Terran is holding up pretty strong. Yamato Cannon is now on the way for the Terran player, getting up armor to make these BCs extra tough. Might even get a Ravager too, but so much damage has been done by the Battlecruisers this game. The other one should have been repaired by now. It's up to 35 kills, gonna grab itself a few Overlords, but the Zerg accidentally rallied out here. This is not good for the Zerg, and it looks very, very good for the Terran this game. Yeah. Not good at all for the Zerg. Those Overlords dying, having to be replaced, making 6 or 7 Overlords at a time is not good for the Zerg. That being said, though, they've done a good job droning up here, managing to make it to about 60 workers, which isn't bad considering the amount of damage that the Zerg took. However, at the expense of this, there's basically no units for the Zerg player. Whereas the Terran has started to make Cyclones, started to make Hellions, another Battlecruiser is on the way. So this is looking very, very good. And there's 3 BCs. Oh man, this is going to be very tough for the Zerg to stop. BCs scale pretty darn well against Queens. Against things like Corruptors, not so well. The BCs don't scale. Against Queens, though, they scale fantastically. There's going to be 3 Yamato cannons out of these BCs, so they're going to be able to go pop, pop, pop. The Ravagers that are now trying to counterattack are just getting picked off. The Roach is even dying too. And this is very, very tough for the Zerg. Right now, the Zerg just has to keep producing Queens, I guess, just try and stay alive. Overlords are getting picked off by the BCs again. The Zerg player really needs to fix his rally points to prevent these Overlords going across the map. More and more of these Overlords just getting picked off. Oh my gosh, how many have died? 16 Overlords have died this game. I think that is some of the most Overlords that have ever died in a game of Starcraft 2 I've seen, for the Zerg having to remake 7 at a time. But the BCs just keep picking off more. Now Yamato Cannon is finished with Queens. They don't stand a chance. This is very, very tough for the Zerg player right now. The BCs are just wreaking havoc in the Zerg space. The Queen's going to get cooked up. The BC is now going to set their sights on some of these drones. It's going to kill so many of them so quickly. And this is just very, very tough for the Zerg player. Overlords getting popped like balloons. More and more Overlords dying. And the BCs, they can always just teleport out when they get in any danger. They're killing off more and more drones. One of these BCs is up to 48 kills in a match. That is just nuts. Oh my god. 48 kills on a BC is just ridiculous. The Terran is now just saying, I guess I'll attack since you're so busy trying to deal with these BCs. So a couple of Cyclones, Marines, Hellbats, and Tanks can cross the map. There simply isn't enough here for the Zerg player, I feel. The BC is still causing damage, just flying around. The Queens are too slow to deal with them. And this is just very, very tough for the Zerg player. And if you're guessing who this is, we'll see. You might have an idea of who's who at this point in the game. But supply right now is 71 to 177. Drones just being massacred. So many have died this game. 64 have died. Currently, that's the end of that. The game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, if you stayed to the very end to know who AlphaStar was, you may have guessed that AlphaStar is the Zerg playing very standard. You may have realized that the Terran went for Battlecruisers, which is something AlphaStar never ever builds, or not that we've ever seen. And yeah, so AlphaStar kind of just got wrecked going for that attack. It failed. And then that BC just killed 55 of AlphaStar's units, which is nuts. Which is absolutely nuts. So yeah, a bit of a tough go of it for AlphaStar. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to press that like button for these mystery videos. Let's try and hit 55 likes on this video, since there was 55 kills on this Battlecruiser. Of course, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, as I'm always putting out more StarCraft 2 content. If you haven't yet, check out the Discord down below. It's linked in with who AlphaStar's race is as well. And of course, big thanks to those of you who do support the channel on memberships. I'll see you next time. This has been LaughNgamez.